Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
Hey guys, this is Nathaniel Bandy.
Hi, it's Jacob from Nintendo Project.
And today we're collabing to talk about Mario! Yay!
Yay!
Because we all love Mario.
It's hard to not like 3D Mario games.
Dude, Mario's the best.
Yeah.
But I think a good thing to talk about is, where is Mario going to go next? We've recently seen Super Mario 3D World, but what are we going to see after that?
Yeah, so me and Nathaniel kind of wanted to do a collaboration, and then we thought a good idea would maybe be talking about the 3D Mario lineage and going from there and seeing like what the game mechanics have happened in the past. So we're gonna like analyze that, and then we're gonna see where we can go from there, basically.
Exactly. So I think personally the next step is actually going to be Super Mario Galaxy 3, because
that's kind of what I'm thinking too, honestly.
Well, I'm thinking that because Miyamoto himself said that his team would definitely be interested in going back to Mario Galaxy 3 in the future.
Yeah, I think I actually did a video about that a long time ago. I think it was about a year and a half ago or so, but he said that he'd really be interested in exploring it again because there's still a lot that they can do. And I'm sure with the Wii U that it's a lot more expansive. I know with all the extra RAM and whatnot added, and then graphics. Oh my god. Super Mario Galaxy alone is a beautiful game. I can't even imagine what it would look like on the Wii U.
It looks fantastic when you play it on the Wii U. Just the originals. I mean, just imagine it in actual 1080p. It would be fantastic.
Have you ever used the Dolphin emulator, like for Wii and GameCube?
No, I've never used that. You
should definitely check that out sometime, because it can render Wii games, and it cleans up the visuals, and it renders them like in 1080p or 720p, whatever you want to call it. But basically looks the same on your computer. But it looks incredible for Wii games, and for Super Mario Galaxy, it's one of the best looking things I've ever seen. Probably, it's amazing what they've done with. It's like really incredible what they did with the Wii visual wise, and getting it to run like at a seamless frame rate. I'm still shocked about that.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's incredible. Actually, Xenoblade, sometimes I enunciate the X in Xenoblade, I don't even know why. Random tidbit. But playing Xenoblade Chronicles on Dolphin emulator is really impressive too, and it makes me wish Nintendo would make it like an HD remaster of that game, especially since a lot of people didn't get to play it.
Well, there is the new Xenoblade coming out though, isn't there?
Well, there's Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then they're also doing the 3DS port of it, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be getting it or not, just because it's going to be really tough to play Xenoblade on a 3DS for me. I'm going to have my console set up. That's just how I am.
You could get a 3DS XL, make it a bit more manageable.
Yeah.
I guess.
I wish Nintendo would allow outputs for the 3DS to like a TV, but that also might not look very good on TV though. Kind of like how PSP
I mean, maybe
was.
not. But maybe they don't have to completely upscale the entire size of the TV, but they could upscale it a little bit more so it wouldn't look as bad.
Yeah, that's kind of what Sony did with the PSP, but we're getting like really off topic here.
Yeah, seriously. Talk about Mario. But, as you were saying, Super Mario 3D World looked absolutely fantastic on the Wii U. I was really impressed with that.
Yeah, that, I really hate saying this, but I think that might have been my favorite thing about the game. Because I wasn't a massive fan of 3D World just because I really enjoy the Mario games when they have hub worlds. That's just me. But I still enjoy it, and I have a high appreciation for it, and especially now I'm going back and playing it more with my girlfriend, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I kind of just missed the mark on it when it first came out, and I guess I just didn't really get it, and I was still kind of upset because I was really wanting Galaxy 3. But now I'm going back and playing it, and it's a really good game.
Every single stage feels really unique.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, because I really didn't like 3D Land at all, and I thought that was just kind of a hardware issue with the 3DS. I thought that's why they went the way they did. So I think I just wasn't expecting 3D World, which kind of threw me off and kind of turned me off on the game a little bit, but now I'm really enjoying it, and it's a beautiful game, and the visuals are crisp, and the music is just incredible. Music.
Oh yeah, they finally gave us some original music. It's been like, what, 5 or 6 years since we've gotten actual original Mario music?
That's so true.
I mean, they've been recycling the new Super Mario Bros. Games over and over again. None of the music changes at all.
No, you're completely right. That's kind of the biggest problem I have with the new Super Mario Brothers series, because I take music in video games like really seriously, very seriously. It was really actually hard to make that top 5 video game songs that I made a few weeks ago, because narrowing down.
Oh, you made a top 5.
Yeah, I made a top 5 game songs, because I was like, either way, if I do a top 5 or a top 10, it's gonna be hard to narrow it down anyway. So I'm just gonna make it a little easier on myself and do top 5, and I did some honorable mentions. Had a lot of fun with it, but man, it was rough. It was hard to narrow it down.
That must have been really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have Champions Road.
So, I mean,
though. Spoiler alert for everybody.
Oh, nice.
It's alright.
But my only problem with 3D World is that the game was a little too easy for me. Aside from Champions Road. I mean, Champions Road, they just brought up the difficulty from a 1 to 10,000. So,
Yeah, that's true.
it was absolutely insane. I still haven't beaten it, and I have tried. I actually made a video, my first reaction, playing Champions Road, and I played for a solid 2 hours, and I could not get past it. I couldn't even get to the last section.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad
Dude,
for you.
It was
That
so
is
ridiculous.
literally like one of my favorite Mario stages of all time. I'm not even kidding. I love that.
Oh,
stage.
it's a really cool stage. It's just freaking impossible. I can't finish it.
What part do you get stuck on?
I get stuck. It's the second to last section where you have to bounce off of the spinies that are crawling down the wall. That's generally where I get stuck.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Actually, the other day, I was playing it again just for giggles, and I was like, okay, well, I need some footage for my top 5 video game songs, and that actually gave me a hard time, and that was the first time when I played through that I was having a hard time going through that, because usually I just breeze past them, because you're talking about the wall jumping part, right?
Yeah, because I always run into the spinies.
Normally I just breeze right past that, and I'm like, I cannot get over these things, and I was freaking out because I was just killing everything else, and I kept getting to that part, and I kept dying, and I'm like, what is happening right now? I didn't even need that for footage, but I was so hooked on the level that I just had to finish it again. Why don't you try playing with the Tanuki suit?
I tried playing with the cat suit at first, and then I think I tried the Tanuki suit once, but I was getting so frustrated that I just kind of gave up on, going back to World 1 or World 2 or whatever to get the Tanuki suit, and said, screw it. I'm just gonna try it without, because I tried it so many times, I just didn't care.
Yeah, the first time I played it, I kept going back and getting a Tanuki suit, and then I finally beat it with one, and I'm like, okay, now I have to beat it without one because I'm just stupid like that. So I did that, and then after I beat it the first time, it becomes a lot easier because it's finally one of those like psychological things. It really messes with your mind, and you're like, Nintendo did this to me on purpose. So then now that you finally have beaten it, like you can beat it over and over again. It's a lot easier and it's a lot more fun and enjoyable.
I mean, I do want to beat it someday. It's gonna be a while.
Man. Dude, it pays off. I'm telling you, the last like 30 seconds of that level is so rewarding. Emotionally, it's like Earthbound. That's how I take it. It is equivalent to me the ending of Earthbound. Have you ever played Earthbound?
I have not. I'm not much of an RPG person because
oh man,
I don't know. I just I love platformers too much to play anything else. Like, I play other genres, but platformers is my favorite. It's what I'm best at.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I'm personally a little tired of 2D platformers right now, just because there's a huge influx of them with indie developers. But
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still happy because the genre was like dormant for a while because everybody was doing the 3D and stuff. So I'm happy there's that. But man, I miss a good 3D platformer, which I guess could lead into our next part of this discussion, which would be the 90s, like with platformers and Super Mario 64.
And Mario Sunshine. I mean, what was so unique about those games? Well, yeah. What was so great about those games is that... Well, do you have a problem with Mario Sunshine?
No, I don't know. I'm tired. It's early.
It's fine. I'm a bit tired too. I doubt we're gonna see this, but I really want to see the next 3D Mario be open world, like Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine, where I don't think it's gonna happen though. But
yeah, that's kind of my dream, is to get like a Super Mario Galaxy 3 and have it be a little more open world, and then kind of draw the mechanics from Sunshine and Galaxy and try to blend them together a little bit. Because I think that's kind of that's like what they did with 3D World. Yeah, no, I think that'd be amazing. I think with 3D World, they were too concerned with making it accessible to everyone, so they took the 3D mechanics and mixed them with the 2D mechanics. And I think in the end it paid off, but I think it also kind of annoyed a lot of people because they felt that it wasn't like the true 3D Mario successor that they wanted. And I can see that, but I don't know, but I
When I
agree
first
with you. I'd
when I
really like
first
to
saw
revisit
it,
that.
I thought it was open world. At first, I was really. Did you remember watching that trailer at E3, or during the E3 Direct in 2013?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be open world, and then I saw a flag, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Another linear Mario game. All right, fine.
You just described like my exact reaction when I saw it. I'm tired of ending my levels with flags. I kind of want to go back and end it with like a clear, more of, I guess, not so much a clear objective, because the flag levels is just, it's overdone at this point, and
That's all they've been doing with Mario. Just go to the flag. No matter if it's 2D or 3D.
yeah, exactly. And that's what's kind of getting at me a little bit. So I think since they've done 3D Land and 3D World, I don't think they're going to continue this, at least not for a while. Because now you got to think they have the 2D Mario games, they have the 3D Mario games, and now they have this weird hybrid of the two. So they essentially have 3 different Mario platforming series going on. And
Yeah, what else
it's
could
a
they
bit
do with it at this
hectic.
point?
Yeah, it's just a bit hectic. So that's kind of why I actually think with Miyamoto's comments and from some of what people have been saying about 3D World, I think they might actually return to like a true 3D successor, I guess you could say. And I really think that they're going to revisit the open world mechanic. That's just me from what they've been saying. But I can agree that I think there's also a chance that they might not. So it's kind of hard to say at this point, just because we're also just talking on YouTube about it. We don't really have any facts.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all purely
I mean,
speculation.
I really hope that not only do they make a new open world game, but they also utilize the amiibo figures. I mean, wouldn't it be kind of cool to be able to throw on a Luigi or a Wario or even like a Waluigi amiibo onto your Wii U and then be able to play as them in an open world Mario game?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be really interesting, just to have like drop-in multiplayer like that. That's something I don't think that's ever actually happened. Or can you do that in 3D World?
Yes, you can. I don't know. I haven't played it enough with people.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you can drop in or not. I know at the beginning of the stage you obviously can, but I just didn't know if you could drop in or not.
Well, yeah.
Huh.
But if it's open world, like, I don't know, did you ever
that'd be a
play
lot more
Mario 64 DS?
Oh god, yeah. I love. Oh my god, that remake is amazing.
I mean, actually, I didn't really like it only because the control was awful.
Oh,
But,
okay, yeah. I
You
guess
know, I love the fact that they added more stars and you had to play as specific characters to complete certain objectives. I thought that was just absolutely fantastic. I think the control just butchered it.
that's kind of how people feel about Kid Icarus Uprising, I think. The game alone is fantastic, but the control scheme is so awkward that it's kind of ruins.
That's why I
it a
haven't
little
got
bit.
it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I know there was rumors going around at one point about a Wii U port, so I think maybe you can hold off on that. But I'd say if you don't get it within another year or 2 years, it's probably not going to move from the 3DS. I don't know. I wish they would give it an update for a control scheme and when a new 3DS comes out, so you can have dual analog control.
Oh yeah, right. I'm kind of wondering how that's going to turn out. Like that second thumbstick is really, really tiny.
Yeah, it's just like a little nub. I've been watching a lot of people talk about it, and they're saying it's not really ideal. Like it's not what they wanted, but it's still a lot better than nothing. It's nice to at least have it, but it's definitely not like what they would prefer. So I mean, I guess there's that. It's kind of one of those things like when you go see a movie and you're like, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, but I'm still glad it's there.
Yeah.
Kind of a weird analogy, but that's the first thing I could think of. But I guess going back to what you were saying about Sunshine, I would really like to see. I'd really like to see more of that, just because the worlds in Sunshine alone are huge. Like when you really sit and think about it, I mean, the levels are massive in that compared to 64. But I'd also really like if they brought back like the punching and kicking mechanics. That's my big thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, you know what'd be really cool? I doubt this would happen, but if they had Mario Galaxy 3 and they had, you know how they have a few of those beach levels to tease you about Mario Sunshine?
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be awesome if you could actually access the flood pack
Oh my god.
and then
Yeah.
being able to use them. That'd be
so
really cool.
great. I don't know why Flood gets so much flack. I see people
I
all the
don't
time
know.
complaining about the Flood mechanic, and I'm like, this is so much fun. Like, I loved him. It was different.
It makes Mario Sunshine even easier to control. Like if you're gonna mess up a jump, just use the, I don't remember what nozzle it was. It's the one where the water shoots down. I don't
The
remember
hover
name of
nozzle?
it. Yeah, like if you mess up a jump, just use the hover nozzle, readjust to where you were going to land, and that's that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot more accessible, like, for beginning players. But then there's also, it's still challenging enough to where if you're really skilled at it, then you can speed run with it, or you can breeze through the levels if you want, or you can go at a slower pace. That's why I like the first two 3D Mario games. They're much more skill based. You can mess around, and I love speedrunning too, like with those games.
Yeah, I've speedrun Mario 64 with a friend a few times just for fun. It's always a good time.
Mario 64 is really fun because you can like, exploit the glitches and stuff. It's good times.
Yeah. The stairway glitch.
Oh god.
I've only pulled it off a couple times, but it's so cool when you pull it off.
I've never been able to do it.
Oh, really?
It's always eluded me and made me mad because I can't do it.
It's really hard to do at first. It took me like 10 minutes of trying the first time, but you know, it's pretty satisfying once you do it.
I think my patience level also kind of gets into that because I guess for something like that, I guess I don't devote as much time just because Nintendo didn't mean for that to be there. So it's not like Champions Row where I'm gonna give like 4 hours of my day to it or something. But here, I guess something I really want for another 3D Mario game, for a new one to come out, I really hope they keep the visual layout and style of 3D World, because to me that was ideal. That was my favorite visual setup, my favorite art style for a Mario game ever. It's good. I mean, it's so gorgeous. I love the
it looks really good.
Yeah, I love the use of primary colors. To me, that's kind of why I really like the aesthetic of the new Super Smash Bros. Games too, because it kind of did away with the whole realism that they did in Melee and Brawl, which is always so awkward to me. It didn't feel right. But now they're incorporating more like primary colors, I guess, and they're having, I guess, I don't want to say flat colors, but they just seem more true, I guess you could say, like to the art style. So I really appreciate that, and it just feels right, because in the Mario universe, you know, it's the Mushroom Kingdom. It's really cartoony and quirky, and it kind of makes me think of the older Mario games, how they designed the Mushroom Kingdom.
And you know, that's one thing I really love about Nintendo is that Sony and Microsoft, they would never go, even with their their E-rated games, they aren't quite as open to being as colorful as Nintendo is, and that's something I really love seeing in Nintendo games. You know, everything, it's easy to see everything, and everything just looks really, really nice and crisp.
Yeah, I cannot argue that at all. Yeah, it's kind of nice because sometimes you just want to sit and play a game. I don't need to be fully immersed. I just want to sit and have a good time, and that's why I like Nintendo so much, because they focus on game mechanics and not realism. Because I'm not trying to incorporate realism here. I'm just trying to have some fun.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with incorporating realism, but if that's the main focus of the game, then the game's probably not going to turn out as well, because it's not what games are about.
Assassin's Creed, man. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm assuming you know about like Ubisoft's recent comments about that.
Kind of.
Yeah,
I don't really keep up with. Oh, I don't really keep up with the whole Assassin's Creed thing. I know people were complaining about how there was more male characters than female characters or something.
Oh yeah, I think that was when Unity was first announced. But no, the whole thing with Ubisoft, their recent comments were saying that 30 frames per second felt better in an action-adventure game because it was more cinematic than 60 frames per second. No. No. That doesn't make sense. It's a fact that 60 frames per second is more playable and more accessible for everybody than 30 frames per second. It's mind-blowing that they would even say that.
Well, I guess some people will believe them, so I guess that's why they said it. I don't know.
Yeah, I specifically refrained from talking about that because I really don't like Ubisoft, and I wouldn't have anything good to say during that video, so I just kind of didn't want to say anything. That's what I like about Nintendo. You know,
one thing I've noticed is that, you know how there's a lot of like frame rate drama going on throughout the internet when it comes to Sony and Microsoft? No, Nintendo's just doesn't even care. They aren't involved with that at all. They're just like, look, we have fun games. That's it.
Yes.
They don't care about all that frame rate bullcrap. I mean, they'll tell you if the game's 30 frames or 60 frames, but no one makes a big deal out of it.
No, because everybody knows it's still going to play fantastically. I know that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze would have been perfectly fine at 30 frames per second because of the mechanics. It's going to work either way, but I'm happy at 60 frames per second. That game is gorgeous. And it plays so well.
I really want to play that. I just don't have the funds to play it right now.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
I'm sure it is.
I think Returns 3D is stronger as a game overall, but I think Tropical Freeze is a nice follow-up. Especially because you can play as Cranky Kong. I mean, come on. You can play as Cranky Kong. That's the best part of the game.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's like... Oh my god, I can't think of his name. Scrooge McDuck. There it is.
Yeah.
DuckTales. Man, we're not staying on
We
topic.
got seriously off topic.
Alright, if you're still listening, we appreciate it. Because we haven't talked about 3D Mario for a while.
Yeah, seriously.
Something
And, I'm assuming...
Sorry.
What's that?
No, you
Oh,
go.
I was just gonna say, for next year's E3, I'm assuming we're gonna see a trailer for a 3D Mario game, but we probably won't get one next year. And we'll probably just be getting Mario Maker next year, and that's it.
Yeah, no, and that, and I'm honestly perfectly okay with that. I think Mario Maker is gonna be really cool, especially because you can share.
That
all
looks
levels
amazing.
online. Yeah, that looks fun. I'm debating if I should get that just as a downloadable version or not.
I'm definitely gonna get it. I really hope that they give us like a huge chunk of enemies from a variety of Mario games. I mean, how cool would it be to grab an enemy from one of the newer Mario games and then use the retro theme and see how it looks? I think that'd be pretty fantastic.
That'll be kind of like in Hyrule Warriors, how they're giving everybody, all the characters, like an 8-bit version of themselves so that you can look at in adventure mode, which I think is really cool.
Yep, so they'll probably do the same kind of thing for Mario Maker, and hopefully they'll go with more than just Super Mario Bros. And the new Super Mario Bros. Themes. I'd like to see Mario Bros. 3, Mario World.
I would love a Mario 2
cool.
theme. I think
and
I'm
a
the
Mario
only
2
person
theme.
who likes Super Mario Bros. 2. I swear, I love that game.
No, that's a really underrated game. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel bad for it because it's not as loved as the original or 3, and it's just kind of like this forgotten child. And it just makes me sad because it's so fun to play. It's so different. I love it.
Well, what's kind of messed up is that people only complain about it because it's technically not the real Super Mario Bros. 2, but who cares? It's still a really fun game.
Even so, like I'd much rather have the Doki Doki Panic type game over Super Mario Bros. 2. Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, that game's not even fun.
It's
hate it.
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult. Like the point of like old Mega Man games, which I find Mega Man games to be fun, but don't take the level of difficulty and stick that in a 2D Mario game because it just doesn't make sense at all. And it's like they wanted to make it less fun for the players, and adding the poison mushroom that immediately kills you. No. I would 10 times rather have Super Mario Bros. 2 that we got here in the US than that.
Yeah, I remember getting that poison mushroom for the first time. It was left the worst taste in my mouth. I'm like, wow, a mushroom just killed me. What am I supposed to trust? I can't believe this.
Everything's lost. I remember playing...
Everything's a lie.
Yes. I remember playing that version on Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. That was the first time I ever played it. Because I don't... Was that the first time it released over here? Was in that pack? I don't remember.
That was the first time. And then the Wii Virtual Console finally gave us the real, the original one. That's the first time I played it. And on that one, you can't tell what's a poison mushroom at first. It's kind of hard to tell. There's the mushroom looks slightly different. There's like a crack across his face, but that's the only difference. I wasn't really paying attention. It's like, ooh, mushroom. I get it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll never forget that. When I first touched it, I was just like, I was in shock. I was like, what? What just happened?
I couldn't believe it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Nintendo. You think Sakurai would work on that game because he's such a troll? I love him to death, but man.
Yeah, seriously. The dude is such a troll.
Yeah, I don't blame him though. Holy crap. Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but...
My mom is vacuuming right now.
Oh, snap.
If you're still with us, we appreciate it. Maybe we'll continue this some other time and stay on topic better. But had fun. Had fun talking about 3D Mario.
Oh, this is cool. And if there's any other game discussions you want to hear us talk about, please let us know in the comments.
Yes, and I'll make sure that I'm not getting vacuumed outside my door next time.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Yep, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.